Hi everyone, welcome back to Data Alchemy. I'm Vaishnavi, Head of Marketing at Systech Solutions. If you've been with us before, you know what this series is about. Real practitioners, real problems, real solutions. And if you're new, you're exactly at the right place. Today's session is a little different from our usual data platform topics. And I think that's exactly what makes this interesting. Here's something every hiring team knows. First round screening is where good candidates get lost. Not because recruiters aren't skilled, but because the volume is relentless. The process is manual and every interviewer brings slightly different lens. One candidate gets a great conversation, another gets 5 minutes at the end of a long day. And somewhere in that inconsistency, the right hire walks away. So, what if the first round interview could be structured, consistent, and recruiter ready every single time at any scale? That's what Interview IQ is built to do. And today, Hariharan is going to show us exactly how. Hariharan, great to have you here. Hariharan is the speaker today. He is an AI senior consultant at Systech Solutions who spent the last several years doing something genuinely rare, building production-ready, production-grade AI systems, not just designing them. His background spans enterprise data engineering, cloud-native infrastructure, and modern generative AI, including RAG pipelines, agentic AI, and model context protocol. He works across LLMs from OpenAI, Gemini, and Anthropic, and has delivered solutions for clients across telecom, banking, and retail in the Middle East. Interview IQ is one of those solutions, and what you're about to see is not a concept deck, it's a working platform. Hariharan, welcome to Data Alchemy series. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks Vaishnavi. Hello everyone, thank you for joining. Today I will walk you through Interview IQ, our autonomous interviewer built for modern recruitment teams. The idea is simple. Interview IQ converts candidate conversations into structured evidence-backed hiring intelligence. It is not just a basic question and answer bar. It can guide the candidate, ask specific questions, capture responses, trigger adaptive follow-ups, and generate recruiter-ready insights such as summaries, scorecards, strengths, gaps, and next step recommendations. The platform can be customized for different roles, hiring stages, interview formats, skill areas, and evaluation criteria. Let me share my screen so that we could go through the slides. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible. Yeah, this is the agenda today, which we are going to cover. Basically, the objective, why Interview IQ exists and the outcome it drives, and the challenges. What are all the challenges that our HR recruitment team faces and how we are going to address them. And next, the platform capabilities, what the product does, and also how it works, the end-to-end interview to insight journey. These are all the things that we are going to cover today. And next, we are going to start with the objective. Yeah, let's start with the objective. Recruitment teams spend a lot of time on repetitive interview activities like scheduling calls, asking similar questions, taking notes, comparing candidates, and so on. So, Interview IQ is designed to make this process faster, more consistent, and more evidence-based driven. So, this is the primary objective of Interview IQ. The objective is to help hiring teams achieve 3 outcomes basically. First is the faster screening cycles by reducing repetitive manual interviews, and next one is the consistent candidate evaluation by assessing candidates against structured evidence and structured insights, and the third one is the richer hiring evidence by capturing audio, transcript, timing response evidence, and also the insights. So this is like Interview IQ acts as an intelligent layer between candidate conversations and recruitment decisions. This is the objective. And now let's look at the challenges. What are all the things we are facing now? Manual screening is often slow, it is inconsistent and difficult to scale. So recruiters spend hours coordinating interviews and replicating the same first level process and questions. So different interviewers may ask different follow-up questions, which makes candidate comparisons difficult. So important answers may also be missed out or captured only as rough notes. So because of this, shortlisting candidates takes more time, and also hiring teams may not always have enough structured evidence to support decision. So Interview IQ solves this by bringing automation, consistency, and also intelligence into the interview process. So this is the core challenges we are going to address. And next comes the platform capabilities. What does Interview IQ does? That is the thing we are going to see now. Basically, the Interview IQ provides a voice-first autonomous interview experience for candidates and a recruiter intelligence layer for hiring teams. So it supports AI-led conversations, where the system greets the candidates, explains the process, asks questions, and manages the interview flow. And next is the structured questioning, where the interview is aligned to the job description and the resumes, roles, experience level, and the hiring objectives. So it doesn't go away from the interview process. It stays focused just on the job description and the resume. Next comes the adaptive follow-ups, where Interview IQ can go deeper based on the candidate's response instead of following only a fixed questionnaire. It's in a dynamic way, where the next question is based on the candidate's response, and it is not designed in a static way so that it only answers the pre-fed questions. So next one is the voice first experience. It provides a voice first experience so candidates can converse with the AI naturally, and also it captures all the full sessions, including audio, video, transcript, the timing, and also the response evidence. Finally, it generates recruiter intelligence such as summaries, scorecards, the strengths of the particular candidate, what are all the gaps he has, what are all the concerns, and also the recommended next steps. At a higher level, this can be seen as a multi-agentic AI workflow, where different AI layers such as handling interview flow, response understanding, and also skill evidence extraction, scoring, and recruiter-ready reporting. This is all about the platform capabilities of our application Interview IQ. The next one is the process flow diagram, how the Interview IQ works from end to end. The entire process is explained in this particular diagram. As you see in the first one is the interview configuration. The journey always starts with the interview configuration, where the HR recruiter defines the role, job description, and the candidate resume context, the skill levels, and the interview duration, and also the access window. This is the interview configuration which will be done by the HR recruitment team. And next one is the secure candidate access. Once the interview is configured, the system creates a secure candidate access flow. The candidate receives a time-bound interview link through email, and he will be reading the instructions, checks the device and the microphone readiness, and he will be starting the session with the AI. Then comes the core layer, which is AI interview orchestration. This is where our Interview IQ acts as an autonomous AI interviewer. It asks structured questions, understands candidate responses, and triggers adaptive follow-up questions where needed. And next one is the our session capture and transcription. Behind this, we can think of it as a multi-agent AI system. One layer manages the interview flow, and the another understands the candidate response, and the another maps the response to skills, and another prepares the recruitment ready insights. After the interview, the platform captures the session details, and also the audio, the transcript, and also the recruiter ready insights. So then the intelligence engine analyzes the conversation, and also the conversation is analyzed against the job description, resume, and the evaluation criteria. Finally, the recruiter receives the structured outputs such as candidate summary, scorecard, and also the strengths and evidence highlights, and the recommended next actions. The key point in the Interview IQ it does not replace the recruiter. It helps the recruiter makes faster, more consistent and evidence-backed hiring decisions. So this will be considered as a decision supporting system and not as a human replacement system. This is the entire interview IQ process flow. And the next one is the how it works, a simple end-to-end journey where as we saw in the process flow, the end-to-end journey is very simple in our application. This slide just summarizes the entire workflow in 5 clear steps. Basically, first the recruiter configures the interview by uploading the JD and resume of the candidate. Next, the candidate is invited to the interview via a secured time-bound interview link. Third one is the interview IQ conducts the AA interview using structured transcript, timing and response evidence. Fourth one is the platform captures the conversations, including audio. Fifth, the recruiter receives the final output, summaries, scorecards, and the strengths and the gaps of the candidate. So the complete flow is just configure, invite, AA interview, capture, and recruiter ready outputs. This is the entire thing of how our interview IQ works. Basically, in the demo video, we are about to look at the experience from the candidate's point of view. Before this step, as we mentioned earlier, the HR recruiter has already configured the interview by adding the role details, the job description, and the candidate context. Once it is configured, the candidate receives a secure interview link through the email, and then from here, Interview IQ acts as an autonomous AA interviewer. It guides the candidate, asks role-specific questions, listens to the responses, and continues the conversation naturally. It is not just a fixed questionnaire. Interview IQ can ask adaptive follow-up questions based on the candidate's answers, helping capture deeper and more useful hiring decisions. Now let's move on to the demo.
Yes, now I'm going to proceed with my interview. As soon as I got the link via my email, I'm referring to the proctor and the rules and regulations of the particular interview. After verifying it, and I'm proceeding to the interview and checking whether my microphone connections and the camera connections, everything is fine, and I'm confirming that I'm alone in a private quiet room with no other people present during this interview, and then I'm going to proceed with my interview.
Hello, Hariharan. Welcome to your interview with Systech. I'm your AI interviewer for today. Let's get started. My first question is, what do you know about Systech?
Yes, thanks for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And Systech is a data and analytics company which is there in the market for the past 30 years, serving the customers globally through their data and advanced AI-driven solutions. They help customers in migrating from their legacy platforms to the advanced modernized cloud platforms, and they are also now emerging as one of the leading product companies in which they have their own products called DB Shift and Wizard. Wizard is for the advanced enterprise solutions customers, and also DB Shift is for helping the customers in migrating the traditional platforms to the modernized cloud platforms.
Please give me a brief introduction about yourself and your background.
Yes, I'm Hariharan. I'm working as a store manager for the past 6 years, and I have a wide range of experience and also have a diverse experience in various domains like retail, fashion, and also in electronics domain. And I have been awarded with Best Employee Award every year, and also recently I exceeded the sales target annually, which is around 22%, and also I have high skill in retail operations management and also in inventory management.
Your resume mentions you're a store manager for C Retail Group. Tell me specifically what you do there day to day. What do you personally own?
Yes, I managed all the store operations in the C Retail Group, which is annually generating around 9 million AED, and also I am leading the team of around 15 members, achieving the 95% employee retention rate, and also I increased the sales around 22% year over year through effective merchandising and also the customer engagement.
You mentioned you managed inventory systems at Fashion Avenue. Walk me through a situation where you had a shortage and what steps you personally took to reduce stockouts by that 25%. What was the specific problem you encountered?
Yeah, basically to reduce the inventory shrinkage, I will be implementing a loss prevention measure. I devised an advanced AI-driven solution, and using that AI-driven solution, I will be monitoring the inventory management, and I directly integrated my ERP system with the inventory management system, and basically via that system I will be tracking what are all the inventories available and what are all the stocks I need to purchase in the next 1 month. So I will ensure that every stock is available for the next 1 month, and this helps in increasing the customer satisfaction. And also our store will be the only one store in the particular region where we will not be saying any kind of the no stock situation for any product.
Regarding the training program you implemented at Fashion Avenue, what were the specific gaps in employee productivity you identified? And walk me through the content of that program that led to the 15% improvement. What did you change?
Yeah, basically for the employee trainee program, some employees will be new to the stores and they may not be having very much experience in handling the customers, and also how to do a billing system and how to interact with the customers. So those kind of techniques I will be among with them, and I will be acting among one of them, so they will not feel like there is an employee manager relationship. All will be a all will be a same environment where we will be working together and delivering the best to the customer. So for that, we in the training itself we will ensure that all the training aspects has been covered, starting from the either it can be a technical perspective, and also it can be a behavioral or a situationship perspective. So everything is covered. We'll be having a three star approach where we will be awarding the many mechanisms, and also based on that we will be enhancing our training program.
You mentioned visual merchandising displays at Fashion Avenue, increasing foot traffic by 18%. Can you describe one key display you personally coordinated and what specific changes you made to get that result? What did it look like?
Yeah, for the visual merchandising technique, because in that particular region where our store is available, there is no other customers which had their visual merchandising technique. So I was the one who proposed this to my boss, and immediately he agreed to that particular visual merchandising technique. And so because of that, customers feel it has an innovative approach, and they interacted with the particular technique, and basically using that our sales has been increased.
Can you describe the visual merchandising technique itself? What was different about what you...
So this is how interviews will be going on, and once the interview is done, it will be finalizing the interview, and it will be saying thank you for participating and other details. And if needed, I can even request for another attempt if I have faced any technical issues. Automatically our mail will be received. So this is how the system is there. And also once the interview is completed, it will be showing as the interview completed status, and I can download the interview video and also the interview feedback. If I download the interview feedback, it will be automatically downloaded, and I can open the particular interview report. And this is the particular interview report where I have scored around out of 100 I have scored around 84. It is saying the recommendation I strongly recommend, and it is covering the various techniques, what are all the things I have as the skill assessment, basically the store operations, the team leadership, the visual merchandising technique which it has been asking, the inventory management, the strategic planning. So these kind of skill assessment it will be assessing based on the job description, and the strengths and areas for improvements, the strengths, what are all the strengths of me, and also the areas of improvement. So this is one of the advantage in this AI powered interview. And the gaps and risks, the technical explanation of inventory tech was brief. The communication and video analysis of a particular candidate, where it will be showing the communication and professionalism, the body language, the confidence score, and also the engagement. And finally the video summary, and also if I have done any any violations, whether I am using any mobile phone or anyone is nearby guiding me to the interview, and also the suggestions to improve, and also the job fit analysis, whether I'm basically I'm fit for this particular role, and also the recommendation and the transcript, the entire transcript what I have said in the particular interview. So everything is recorded here. So be using this, it significantly reduces the particular time in the screening of the first round to both the HR team and also the technical panel in the organization. So this is how it operates. And also once the interview is completed, it will be received via mail also. This is the mail where I can open the particular report, and I will be able to see the final report and also the interview recording.
To summarize, Interview IQ helps recruitment teams in three major ways. It improves speed by reducing repetitive manual screening. It improves consistency by evaluating candidates using structured criteria. And it improves decision quality by converting conversations into evidence-based insights. The larger vision is to make Interview IQ an autonomous AI interview layer that can support multiple roles, multiple hiring stages, and different organization-specific workflows. With autonomous AI interview and also multi-agentic AI orchestration, voice-first experience, and recruiter-ready intelligence, Interview IQ can help hiring teams make faster and better decisions. So that brings up the end of our demo, and I thank you for your time. We would be happy to take your questions, feedback, and suggestions on how this can be customized further on your hiring process.
Thank you, Hariharan. I think the thing that sticks with me every time I see this, this app, the Interview IQ app, is that it's not trying to replace human judgment in hiring, but it's trying to make sure that the judgment is based on something real and not something rushed. And I think that's, I would say that's a fantastic capability of our app. So
Yes.
if today's demo sparks something, I'd encourage you to explore our full suite of AI-powered solutions at systechusa.com/marketplace. The link is in the session description. And now let's go to the lineup of questions that we have. And I'll say up front, these are the ones our stakeholders are going to ask. And before this before this goes anywhere near the procurement conversation. So Hari, let's get into it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Hariharan, the first concern any HR leader or legal team is going to raise is bias.
Yes.
Right? How do we know an AI interviewer won't be unfair to certain candidates?
Yeah, this is where AI actually reduces a problem humans struggle with. Human panels suffer from inconsistency, mood, and unconscious gut feel vary from one interview to the next. Interview IQ moves you from subjective impressions to a structured, consistent standard where every candidate is asked grounded, role-relevant questions and evaluated against the same rubric with a full transcript to audit. It's fairness you can actually evidence, not just claim.
Okay, consistent in standard, tailored in substance,
Yes.
and an audit trail to back it up.
Yes.
That's a very different answer to bias than most hiring processes can offer today. So great. Thank you for that. Moving on, right? I have a question on the credibility. How can we trust an AI's assessment over the judgment of an experienced recruiter or a hiring manager who's interviewed so many different people?
Yeah. Basically, interview IQ is a black box score. It's a clear evidence. Every interview produces a full transcript and recording tied to a specific answers, so a hiring manager can see exactly why a candidate was rated a certain very way and verify it themselves. It shifts your team from insisting a gut feel to review traceable evidence, which holds up for better under scrutiny from candidates, managers, and complaints. Basically, since it transcribes all the transcript, audio, and video of the candidate, it can be trusted 100%, where an interviewer's judgment is entirely based on the evidence of the candidate, what he has conversed with our AI interviewer.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And it gives something solid to stand on. From trusting a gut call to reviewing traceable evidence. That shift doesn't replace an interviewer judgment. Okay, great. A lot of organizations already use one-way video screening tools. All right. So, what makes interview IQ genuinely different, and where does that difference actually matter?
Yeah. One-way tools are always record and review. The candidate talks to a blank screen and someone watches it later and then evaluate based on the video. But our interview IQ is converse and adapt. It listens, it reasons, and asks the next questions based on what the candidate just said, exactly like a live interviewer. It's the difference between a recorded monologue and a real two-way interview at scale. So this is the basic and core difference between other AI interview platforms and our interview IQ.
Okay, thanks, Hariharan. What you've built here answers something the hiring teams have been wrestling for a very long time. How do you scale the front end of hiring without losing quality, consistency, or the candidate respect? All right, so thanks for the presentation and the demonstration of this platform. All right, okay.
Yeah,
So
thanks, Vishnu.
Thanks, Hariharan. So, to everyone watching, if your first round interview process, it relies on back-to-back recruiter calls, inconsistent notes, and gut feel shortlisting, interview IQ was built for exactly that environment. So, to explore what interview IQ could look like for your organization, please do reach out at marketing@systechusa.com or visit systechusa.com/marketplace to see the full range of the solutions that we've built. And if you're working through the Data Alchemy series, we have sessions on data governance, agentic AI for ESG, AI for insurance fraud, AI agents for data integration, all on demand at systechusa.com/webinar. Until next time, keep transforming your data into decisions. Take care, everyone. Thank you.